You're right there, YouTube. It is Crackoon again, bringing you another gameplay. Commentary man, we're here again, bringing you some more Battlefield 3 like I do. Going to be on the Sharqi Peninsula once again, on the defensive side of things this time round. I'm running the MK3A1, which is a DLC shotgun, I believe, and I don't know, it's a pretty beast gun. But first off, I'm bringing you another Battlefield 3 commentary, no COD again today. Funnily enough, I got a comment on my Battlefield 3 video yesterday saying, bring more Battlefield 3, I'm already bored of COD, even though it's only been out for 4 months. I think it's 4 months. It's only been out for a certain amount of time, some shit like that. But I thought it was pretty ironic at the same time though, because this guy had I can't remember what he was called. The Doctor of COD, or the COD Doctor. I think it was the COD Doctor, in fact, yeah. But I don't know, man. It's just funny. I found it ironic that the COD Doctor was telling me to bring more Battlefield 3. It's just shit. I see something. It's just funny, mate. So I'm bringing it anyway. I was gonna more than likely, but I don't know, man. I will bring you some more COD recently. But if people ask me to bring Battlefield 3, I bring them Battlefield 3. If people ask me to bring COD, I bring COD. It's a whole two-way scenario here. I mean, fair enough, this is my channel. I do what I do on my channel. But if people give me requests and they want to see a particular game type, weapon, whatever it is, if they give me a request, I'm going to oblige them. So, I will oblige them. I don't know. My name is Lieutenant Aldo Rains, and I need me 8 soldiers. 8 Jewish American soldiers. Now, a couple of yous might have heard the Armada's coming. Well, we're going to be leaving a little early. But I don't know why I went into that, but anytime I say particular words, yeah, and then it references something in like a film, I don't know, I just randomly go into it fucked up there anyway. My voice ran out of I ran out of air or whatever, but I don't know. Whatever, it's hard to do that voice, you know, it's proper croaky like. My name is Lieutenant Aldo Rains. I need whatever, I'm just going off on a completely random tangent at all that is completely irrelevant to what I was saying. But little bit about the MK3A1. The gun is a beast, man. It's one of them guns in which it comes with attachments as a custom. So what I mean by that is, when you get the gun from the get-go, you've already got a silencer on it, which I don't know, I didn't even realise to begin with, because I used the gun a couple of times and then like I realised, it's a bit strange this, I don't really know what's going on with it. The rate of fire was a bit down. Well, not the rate of fire, sorry. It seemed like it wasn't really doing too much damage, and then I looked at some of my attachments and stuff. I unlocked this red dot sight, so I put the red dot sight on it, and then I noticed that I already had a silencer on it. I was like, what the fuck? Comes with a silencer as a standard. And like I said, man, it's like some of these random scenarios that you get with weapons and in Battlefield 3 anyway, but it came down to the point as in, well, no, like on another comparison to it, other guns like the AS Val, that comes with like a silencer like built onto it. It's like a internal silencer. I don't even know what's going on with that, but the same scenario kind of goes here, except you can actually take the silencer off this. In like in the AS Val, you can't even take the silencer off it at all. It's just literally built in, so you can't really do anything about that. But I don't know, man. It's interesting, really. It's definitely a good shotgun. I would call it like, I don't know, as shotguns go within Battlefield 3, it's relatively good. It's not an automatic, so you've got to it's kind of like semi-automatic, so you got to hit the trigger every time and stuff like that. But the only downside of it that I can really see is more than likely it's the ammo. So like as you saw there before, one of the attachments they unlocked for it was extended mags. I put extended mags on after that, and it makes the gun a whole lot more, I don't know, viable, you could say, because essentially with your 7 shots and it also having a silencer like on it, your shots don't really, well, sometimes anyway, this is like, you know, it goes in variables and stuff like that, but your shots don't always do as much damage as you expect them to do and shit like that sometimes. But then other times as well, you'll see like it'll put them down in 1 shot and it'll be like, pretty interesting really. But I don't know, man, you got to take it for what it is. I don't know, if you've got the DLC, I reckon it's worth giving it, well, you've got to earn it, obviously. You've got to like unlock it by doing assignments or challenges and shit like that. So I don't even know what happened there, because somebody just tell me what the fuck went on, because I didn't even get an assist or anything, but I clearly got hit markers on that guy. He just seemed to emancipate into nothing, and just nobody got a kill or anything. So I don't know, man. Sometimes you gotta take it for what it is, really. But I don't know. Seriously, though, this comes down to Battlefield 3. I don't know what the fuck happened there either, because how what? I don't know how that guy managed to kill me because. Wait, hang on. What the fuck, man? Seriously, I don't know how the hell I died there at all, because I was behind the wall and apparently the tank. I don't know, man. It was funny actually, because it was brought up on the topic yesterday on Twitter. Well, no, it wasn't really brought up, but it was a random scenario, like K-Caterer, I don't know how you pronounce it, K-Caterer. I don't know, whatever. It is this guy that I met through the YouTube scenes, through another YouTube's man's, and then like, I don't know. I just started subscribe to him, like his shit, all that kind of shit. You know how it is. There's a whole lot of shit goes down in the YouTube community. When I like somebody's shit, I mean I like their shit. So I like the shit, you know what I'm saying? I subscribe to the shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why there's a whole lot of shit involved, but shit, that's just the way it goes sometimes. But essentially, right, he posted a video yesterday. Modern Warfare 3, little snippet and... Well, little snippet of a clip. Pretty much, man, he just demonstrated the fact about how the fucking spawn system in Modern Warfare 3's jacked up the wall. Seriously, it's just completely fucked up. But we got into a little discussion about it, how, like in Modern Warfare 3, the spawns are completely random. You always get into these random scenarios in which you're just going to spawn into a death, trollololol, whatever you want to say like that. And then we got into the discussion about how, like in Battlefield 3 and shit like that, how whenever you spawn into your own like death, it's usually because of your own fault. Well, no, in fact it is always mostly because of your own fault, because, well, no, in fact there's obviously variables as well though, but it usually is because of your own fault, because when you spawn in Battlefield 3 you pick your spawn. So if you pick a bad spawn, that's your fault, full stop. There's no ifs or buts about it. But the variable that I was talking about is, I've had a few cases in which I've spawned into the well, either the attacker deployment or the defender deployment, and you would have just been flanked by the enemy team, and they're literally just camping there, or we're literally waiting for people to spawn in like little bitches, and then they'll just get a free easy kill on you. So I don't know, that's the odd variables, but in certain scenarios like that, it's kind of more down to the player rather than the game itself. Whereas in Modern Warfare 3, it's always the game, because if the game spawns you into a death and you don't have the choice of choosing where you're going to spawn, then it's the game's fault, and that means the spawn system in the game is broken. I'm not saying the whole game's broken, I'm saying the spawn system's broken. So I don't know, you got to take it for what it is when it comes down to it like that. So you got to understand that, like, whenever you're in Battlefield 3, whenever you spawn into a death and shit like that, it's always down to you, it's always your own decision. So you just always got to think about stuff like that. I like it in the same way, in the same sense really as well, because that's kind of like where I like the parachute idea coming into things, because sometimes, like, well, the scenario that I'm finding with, I can't really work out what goes on with like the tack insert or the spawn beacon or whatever you want to call it like that. I can't really work out what makes you parachute in and what doesn't make you parachute in. I've got some kind of ideas and, like, you know, some kind of like tips of that. I think I know how it works and shit like that, and sometimes get it to work, but in other scenarios I ain't got a fucking clue really, if I'm just going to be honest. So I don't know really. I think like you should have the choice to spawn in off a parachute anyway. Like whenever you're in the main menu and you're seeing like the deploy button saying deploy, it should be like deploy by air, deploy by land. You know, like you should have that. You should have that option anyway. But I don't know. That's kind of like, I don't know. Would that be an eradication though, to just like getting random spawn kills and shit like that? Because I don't know really, because I know I never complain, right? I know I never complain when, funnily enough, just as that happened, that couldn't have been any more perfect, if I'm going to be honest. You saw it right there. I never complain when something like that happens. You know, like he spawned on top of that teammate. They both got massacred because I was chasing that guy. I flanked him. I was about to kill him. It was very fortunate that he spawned in at the same time, so I got a free easy kill from it. But I don't know. That's the kind of scenario really. It's, I don't know. Maybe the game. I think it's more the game's fault when it comes down to it like that. The game should be able to sense, alright, well, there's an enemy right on this guy, so let's just not give him the option to spawn on this person if he's in like deep water, you know what I'm saying, like that. So I don't know. It's all interesting, really. It's all. But I couldn't have timed that any perfect, really. If I'm going to be honest, that was like, that was uncanny, really. I really did not expect that to happen at all, and it just fortunately happened there. Funnily enough, as I was talking about it, it's still kind of blowing my mind a little bit. It's kind of like some Sixth Sense shit going down. But anyway, moving on with it, right? You know how I do it, beasting like I do. I was going to bring you another gameplay today, but it's like a 19-minute long gameplay, and it's beasting. But I couldn't be arsed speaking for 19 minutes. But then again, 15 minutes isn't really any better. But what I'm looking into at the moment as well is well, at the moment anyway, I need new editing software, because the editing software I've got at the moment is good for basics, but literally this 19-minute gameplay, I was gonna edit it down, you know, at least get it to try and 15 minutes below, something like that. I was gonna try and do that, and essentially the software that I'm using is garbage for these kind of files, and my assumption anyway, it just can't handle them. The playback is just fucking laggy, man. You can't even tell what's going on. I mean, I'm like trying to pause it and like cut it, and then it will just freeze, and then it will play again, and then it will freeze, and it's just fucked up, me. Tell you the honest truth, I didn't really want to bring it up because I knew I was going to get pissed off about it again, but it's been good for so long, this software that I've had, but I think I need to now get an upgrade for what I keep on editing stuff, and especially with Battlefield 3, mate, where well, editing is usually needed. You see, this is a 15-minute gameplay as well. I don't want to be talking for 15 minutes. I can do it without any fucking problems, really, because that's just the way I am. That's the kind of commentator I am. I could just speak spontaneously for literally 15 minutes straight, talking about, you know, whatever I talk about. I talk about random shit. I talk about gameplay. I talk about gameplay tips. You know, that's just the way I am. That's just what I do. Alright, Pistol. Now, what you gotta understand is Battlefield 3 is a superior game compared to Modern Warfare 3. We're not talking about the Call of Duty franchise and Black Ops and Treyarch, Infinity Ward, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Modern Warfare 3 is garbage compared to Battlefield 3. See, I could just do that. People expect that kind of shit in my commentary, you know what I mean? If I just like randomly broke down into an El Presador impression, hey, I just randomly broke down to an Impressador. Get my words out. I just randomly broke down into an randomly broke down into an El Presador impression, but I can't even get my words out sometimes. Seriously, I don't even understand why people listen to me sometimes, because now I'm not saying that I don't want people to listen to me. I'm not saying that I'm not grateful for what I've got, because people clearly know that I'm grateful for where I'm at today within my YouTube scene and everything like that. But people know that I don't really take the YouTube game seriously. That's just the kind of commentator I am. You know what I'm saying, like that? I think anybody that in any way, shape or form that subscribe to my channel, just like, they know that I don't take this game seriously, and that's kind of the reason why I think people subscribe to me in a way, because that's just the kind of commentator I am. You get them kind of commentators in which they take the YouTube game like it's a fucking, I don't know. I can't even think. They take it so seriously, you know. Why so serious? You know, like that kind of fucking Joker style or whatever you want to say, like that. But I don't know. People just take it so seriously, and I don't know. That's kind of the reason why I got in this game. I like the light-hearted side of well, not the light-hearted side, because I'm a ruthless cunt at the same time, but I like the light-hearted side of well, no, it's not really light-hearted, even though just whatever, you know what I mean. You know, it's just like in this YouTube gaming world, if you can't laugh at it, then I mean, you're only getting played by it. Full stop. You know what I'm saying, like that. That's why I try not to involve myself in so much like fucking all kinds of aspects of shit that goes on in the community, because we're all completely and utterly aware that shit always goes on in the community, and it's about whether or not how involved you want to get with it, because theoretically speaking, anybody can get involved in anybody else's shit, but I just prefer not to be a shit stir, you know what I'm saying, like that. Other people disagree, because apparently, well, no, not apparently, it's obvious that like when you stir shit, you fucking gain from it, you know what I'm saying, like that. You stir shit, you gain from it, full stop. That's just the way it is. It sounds so random speaking about stirring shit and then gaining from It's gaining from staring shit. Oh god, this is how I love the YouTube game, man. I can just like randomly rant onto you for about 15 minutes straight talking about random shit. You know how it is. But anyway, that was the end of the game. I went 22-3 with the MK3A1. Sharqi Peninsula, whatever you want to say like that. Beasting! Like I do. That's all I got to say for now. Peace!